everybody, I'm Joey Paul, I'm the author, and today we're going to be talking about what's been going on in my life over the past month and reviewing the goals I set 2 months ago and setting some for the coming 2 months. Please excuse the purring penny pastor on my shoulder. She has to go to the vet today and she doesn't want to, so she's sitting there and hoping we ignore her. So as usual, we'll be splitting into 3 categories, starting with work. I managed 16 chapters, 74 pages and 39,957 words in February, and I was really pleased with that, and I'll get to that in a minute. I've been working hard on edits for 7th Death. I've also got Lights Out back from my CP and her feedback was amazing. I also have the cover reveal for 7th Death next week on this channel, so be on the lookout for that next Thursday. It is amazing and I love it, but I did struggle with writing this month. February is always a month with less chapters because I usually work until the 29th and there's not one in February. And with my health going into the toilet, which I'll cover in a moment, I found it hard to focus and I found it hard to get writing done in a way that's not happened to me in a long while. I think some of it was stress related, and there was a period where I thought about not releasing anything more than 7th Death this year, but things got better and I was able to sort some of the issues and I'm back on track. But yeah, it was a hard month working wise. I've thought about pre-order swag for 7th Death and I have decided to put it off until I'm ready for my next release, simply because with everything going on I don't have time to get the things I needed done. But keep an eye out and soon enough you might see something like that from me. In other book news, all my books are now available on Google Books in the Play Store. All 13 are out and the new ones coming this year will be added too. I'm reaching the midpoint with both Visible and 5th Agony, and I have to say I am very much loving where they're going. I know that some things earlier in the series for Cramping Chronicles will have to be adjusted for this book and the ending to make sense, but I'm glad about that because none of them I've even seen betas, so it means I can finish the final book and adjust as needed. The same can be said for the Invisible series. I'm beginning to think more about book 4 and where it will go from there. I still don't know if I will need a 4th book, but if it does, I have some ideas of what could happen. I also got hit with an idea for my next book, which I think will either be a standalone or a trilogy. I've been thought dumping it every time I have a few spare moments, and I'm super pumped about getting to start it later on this year. It's going to be paranormal romance, and it's not something I've managed to pull off before, but I am looking forward to getting into it. And in health, I had Meepo on the 8th and that went fine. I continue to have sleep issues, but we thought we had it under control. Of course, you will have seen that I had a massive allergic reaction to something. We don't know what, but it caused me to break out in a horribly itchy rash. It meant I ended up at the hospital and it didn't help my sleep any. Well, we got me started on steroids and that seemed to help things calm down. We still don't know what caused it, but it was a horrible week also with continuous itching and bad sleep. I'm still waiting for news about my port, but I've been told that it's being chased up, especially with the allergic reaction and lack of good IV access. We still don't know what the next step forward is for this allergy. We don't know whether we will ever find out what caused it, but the idea is to keep an eye on it, keep me on the steroids and keep going basically. And in miscellaneous section, because of health stuff, I didn't get much else done this month. I had plans to get my hair did, but that was put off until March. But I am happy with the way I balanced everything. I'm reviewing the goals I set myself back in January. So there were 11 goals, and I'm going to go through and tell you which ones I managed. I now have another cat here, so this is Miss Violet, and she's obviously decided that because Miss Penn is getting attention, she must get some too. So I will try and balance the two of them. So goal number 1 was to write 40 chapters, 20 of each book. I did this, I managed exactly 40 chapters. Goal number 2 was to read 20 books. This is done. I actually read so much in January that I pretty much only needed to read 4 books in February, so I'm going to up the stakes. I think I ended up with like 39 books read this 2 months. I'm 25% through my challenge already and it's only February. Number 3, get cover design for 8th Ending. Done. This happened early on in January and I adore the cover. Number 4 was to do edits from 7th Death for editor. Done in that I managed to keep up with her when she was doing edits and I was making changes. We haven't completed them though. Number 5 was to organise cover reveal for 7th Death. Done. I did most of this in February, but it's all working along. Number 6 was to edit Lights Out for Editor. Done. My CP was finished with this around the beginning of February, and I was able to start getting those edits done. Number 7 was to post 4 bonus videos. Not done. I only managed to do 2. I had a lot of stuff going on, but I hope to do it next by monthly goals. Number 8 was to finish beta feedback round 1 for 8th ending. Done. This was done by the end of February. Number 9 was to take 1 day off completely every month. Done. I had the 25th of January and the 21st of February completely off. I also had a week off with my allergic reaction, so that's completely done. Number 10 was to send Lights Out to the editor. Not done, but with everything going on, I had to check in with my CP and then get those edits done, but it will be with her soon. And number 11 was to finish edits for 7th Death. Not done. As I said, with everything going on, I didn't manage to get all the way through my edits for 7th Death. We're about 40% of the way through now, so hopefully that'll be done in time for the next bi-monthly goals. So that's 8 out of 11. I'm calling that a win, and I'm going to set some new ones. I have 9 new ones. So number 1 is to write 40 chapters, 20 of each book. Number 2 is to read 30 books. Number 3 is to do cover reveal for 7th Death. Number 4 is to send Lights Out to editor. Number 5 is to post 4 bonus videos. Number 6 is to do beta feedback for Dying Thoughts 8th ending round ready for round 2. Number 7 is to take 1 day off completely each month. Number 8 is to organise pre-order swag for Lights Out. And number 9 is to finish edits for 7th Death and send it to proofreader. So those are the 9 that I hope to complete between March and April, and hopefully we'll see how those go. So there we have it. That's all I've managed, that's all I've achieved, that's all I've done, and what I plan to do over the next coming 2 months. It's been a bit of a cat-friendly video this time round, but hopefully, yeah, I have a violet in my lap right now. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere. And don't forget to check out the cover reveal for 7th Death next week. All the links to which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye.